It is said that twisting your body when you have to pee can make you last longer, and when we can't hold it, we can't help but move. To see if this was really possible, Mythbusters decided to offer up their bladders. First, they had to perform a control test. 3 people drank 2 liters of water just after they had peed, while 3 clocks recorded how long they held their urine. Then they each returned to their normal working state, and they did not take any other measures to hold their urine in between, until they could not hold it any longer before they could pee. By the length of time they held it, the performance of their bladders under normal conditions can be judged, and after 1 hour and 57 minutes, Tori was the first to give up, but his intermittent, rhythmic sounds. Grant couldn't stand it any longer. As soon as Tori opened the door, he rushed straight in. But the amazing thing is, Carrie didn't free herself until 40 minutes later, and when she came out with a bowl full of fresh root beer, 2 men looked at her with envy.
Oh my god! Look at the amount of pee you got there! That is a lot!
In the end, they counted. Carrie lasted 40 minutes longer than the 2 men, and also peed 30% more. But if you let your body twist and turn, would you be able to hold his urine for longer? So the next day, they ran the experiment again. After obtaining data on how long 3 people could hold their urine under normal conditions, they conducted the experiment again. Again with the bladder emptying. 2 liters of water were drunk at the same time. The difference was that, this time they would resist the urge to urinate by following their own habitual movements, so that they could hold their urine longer. At first it was easy for the 3 of them, but when the urge to pee got the better of them, they started to do all sorts of strange movements. Grant clenches his teeth and bends down to control his bladder, and Tori distracted himself with his dance moves. Only Carrie seemed to find a rhythm of control. Finally, after an hour and a half, Tori once again took the lead and ran into the toilet, and half an hour earlier than the first day, and 20 minutes later Grant couldn't hold it in. The experiment ended 6 minutes earlier than the control experiment, and Carrie was still writhing gracefully. The winner of the competition was Carrie, who extended her time by 7 minutes. But the data from the experiment is contradictory. The twisting did make the girls hold it longer, but it also made things worse for Tori and Grant. To reach a definitive result, the trio decided to conduct a 3rd round of experiments, and this time, they would use mental and physical relaxation methods to get the painful bladder pain out of their consciousness as much as possible, thus allowing themselves to last longer. When the time reached 2 hours and 05 minutes, Tori was again the first to go into the toilet, although his performance was slightly better than the previous 2 times, but it still didn't change the fact that he was too weak. After 40 minutes, Carrie finished the experiment with a solid time, and the impressive thing is that Grant's performance was very impressive this time. It was 47 minutes longer than the control trial, so relaxation was the best contingency for him, and Carrie's bladder was gifted. Both methods were able to prolong the holding time. As for Tori, he was the first to surrender in all 3